What's up everyone and welcome to in this new video, new market update on Bitcoin. We're going to see what we can expect here. Okay, we're going to update the wave count. We're going to see how that was possible to trade that, yesterday. After we have done a top on the exact target it was looking for with VIPs, not on the target Sally was looking for with you, because yeah, we when you're using Elliott Waves, I'm in addition to that, for example, using exochart to get really bit accurate targets and something really insane. You cannot miss the target. This is not possible. So this, for example, we have done a high in the exact TPO here. That was a naked TPO here, as you can see, the exact high right there. So now we can take the high. Why we can take the high, and this is what I was telling you yesterday. I'm going to say we have done the high, but we can still go higher. Why we can go higher? Simply because here we do not have setting tail. So I'm maybe more going to go on the web version here, and we're going to take the high here. Why we can take the high? Simply because you can see here we do not have. On the lows we can get buying tail, okay, the BT here, and on the highs we can get a selling tail. When we do a high in an important target, that was the 1618 here of the C wave, okay, for people that are watching at this update, we have the A, B, and C, okay, I'm gonna go on a bigger time frame here. That was an important target here, okay, so normally we have to do, because we are at specific points on the market, we have to do on this high, we have to print a selling tail here on the top, okay. When we do not have selling tail like this, we expect the high to be taken, and if we dump from here, this is a poor high. Okay, so now we have taken the high. You can see by yourself. Wait, I would like to pause the recording. I sadly can't, so I'm going to stop it, I think. And yeah, here we go. Now we are higher, so that's pretty cool. Well, I'm going to pause the recording really quickly. Alright, sorry, so now we have tapped the target, okay, we're now on the top, in the target here. So now, there is two different possibilities. We keep pushing high, we keep pushing high, we keep pushing high. In that case, we can just look towards the 20% here. If the 200% here is tapped, don't forget this is an invalidation of this ABC flat. In that case, we can think about another pattern. For example, here we can say, okay, we have maybe done in that case these 5 ways like this, for example, as I was talking about to you yesterday, with the A, B, C, D, E triangle, and boom, we have done the wave 4 here, and we have done the wave 5 here. But now this is less likely, because the wave 5 do not touch the first target normally that wave 5, oh my god, have to reach. Okay, that's why less likely. But if we do a push to the upside, we continue to push higher and higher and higher, we have to accept that. Okay, we have to accept that, because as I said, you have to get acceptance with this wave, because the context is it's really weird. I'm not going to lie. This move to the upside, to repeat myself, but this move to the upside can be an ABC zigzag or can be an impulsive. This move to the downside can be a W, X, Y, X, and Z, or so, to push high after that. We can be, remember, if we're in a Z wave here, okay, right there for an Z wave, we can be in this ABC zigzag with 5 waves, triple waves 5. In that case, we should force the flat, but we can be also in a W, X, and Y. In that case, that's a retracement to push higher and extra. These are less possible scenarios, less likely scenarios, but still scenarios we have to think about and we have to be aware of. Okay, really important. So yesterday, when I was saying we have done a high extra, we have done high at the dollar on the target was looking for. Clearly, this TPO here, as you can see here, we have done at the dollar at the cent. This is just insane. We ride this move to the down. Personally, no, because I was at the vet, so I was not on the chart. I was at the vet for my kitten. But anyway, and yeah, the premise here, we do not have selling tail. If we do not have selling tail, we can expect to take the high. Or in that case, that's called a poor high. But normally, you have to get a selling tail. It's better to get a selling tail. It's when it's on an important target. Now, I'm not going to lie, yesterday we did not tap this 1618. If we're already in this flat, normally we have to touch this 1618. So that's why this was absolutely valid to push higher here. Okay, so now we are on the last target. If data are following, we can take a short here. Maybe wait for the small wave to be down a bit. Now, this is classed as this is a bit more bearish, to be honest with you. We have a big weakness to push higher, okay? And now we have some shorts opening here. So if that's not a retest, for example, of the previous high, if we start losing the previous high with a continuation of all of this increasing of interest, extra, all the demand to go more down, this is more classed as bearish. But until that, this can be just a retest to push higher, okay? So really be careful if you're a beginner and trying to learn the order flow. Really be careful, okay? All right, so yeah, now with the wave count, there are some different possible counts here. I'm not going to lie. I mean, yeah, the first thing you have to know to understand here is that the 20% here is the invalidation of the ABC flap. Now we are on the maximum target of the flap, okay? If we start rejecting from here to the downside here, what we want to see, we want to get a 5 ways impulsive to be bearish, because if we're in a wave 5, we have to get 5 ways, so to speak. We'll have to get wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make this wave 5 done, okay? To finish this wave 5. If we do not create, because inside this wave 1, of course, right there, we'll have to do, for example, if I change that to maybe green like this, inside this wave 1 here, okay, right there, we will have to get a 5 ways impulsive to or a leading inside. If we have 5 ways impulsive or a leading, this is more likely we are in this wave 5. If we do not have in the smaller wave count here a leading or an impulsive, this is less likely we're in this, and this is maybe more a correction to push high after that. So really be careful and watch at these waves down we are going to do here, because yeah, this is important. So yeah, now with the wave count, with a smaller wave count inside the C wave, okay, I'm going to place all of the stuff here on the very top, okay, just to I don't know, like this, because we are on the 161 maximum target. We can still do some last push to the upside here, okay, this is absolutely fine, because we are going maybe to finish some smaller wave. For example, if we go, for example, on the 1 minute here, we have maybe some wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom, to finish. We have another push to the upside to do to finish a wave 5, and after it, boom, finally move it to the downside. Now I already took a short with an aggressive entry, already took profit, set my stop loss on entry, boom, 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 everything is good. All right, perfect. Now the trade is safe, and you know, I have been able to recognize how I had to take a short or not, because I got the plan already. We planted the target, and directly we got a weakness to push high here. And when we got this weakness, directly when we have hit the target with the move to the downside here, we have done all this with the demand to go down. Okay, so if I have the demand to go down here, if you want to really understand how to read the order flow, you have to go on the MOONCHARTS website. On the website, you will be able to learn all of this stuff every single day. I'm live with you to explain you this order flow. For example, today we have seen before to pump, I mean to move it to the upside here, we have seen how to take a short here to write all this move. Recognize that was here, I mean this was the low we have done here was the exact target, the first target it was looking for to really take profit. And if we do not, I mean if we start to lose this become a bit more bearish, but until we hold this is still classed as bullish, and we bounced off the exact target at the dollar after that. So it's just pretty insane how we are trading this market. Same, we have seen how to trade the low here to open a long after we have filled a short on the very top here, and also how to take this trade on the top. This is, and all by getting a plan with Elliott Waves. And again, for now this is just a master retest of the previous high, so that's why be careful. That's why what I say, really be careful with this kind of move. Okay, for now we'll see. We can still, as I say, do some last push to the upside. We'll see how it plays out here. But anyway, so here we are now in the maximum target. Are we going to do some last push up? This is possible because the smaller wave count, we can be in some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to do and finish some smaller wave count. Okay, now this is the place where we have to look for a short, of course, because we are on the maximum target of the C wave. In case now we are done with all of these waves, as I said, we have to get 5 waves down. Okay, by the way, on which chart I was, I don't know, but I was not on this before. Okay, anyway, so yeah, now we have to get this these 5 waves like this to the downside. I'm going to update the wave 5 targets, and yeah, was also, by the way, talking about the smaller wave. Sorry, I'm not following everything, because I have to be concentrated also for the trade, because now, I mean, the trade is safe now. You know, I took profit, I set my stop loss on entry, so I refunded my fees. More of this, I make a bit of profit, and now if we dump more, this is just more profit. I cannot, if we pump from here, this is just more money for my long. I feel on the bottom here. That's all really. So that's not a problem, clearly, if we push up. And this is how you should trade on the market. Really, you secure your capital. This is the most important. That's pretty cool. This is a great class as bearish until, I mean, if we start losing the previous high, and we do not, for example, hold a 30-point retracement of a wave 4, something stuff like this, become a bit more bearish. Okay, but as you can see here, even for a scalper, because that was a target planet, and for example, on a bigger time frame, is maybe going to result to a swing failure pattern. Yeah, possibly, by the way. If I go on this, for example, yeah, this was target planet with VIPs. You can see how well respected that have been. It's pretty crazy. You can see here that on the 1 minute scalp here, a really nice move to the downside. One who have done this, recognize that was to push high here, right into the next target here to get a retracement, to flip this level here as support. So we got our big take profit here. Once we have done that, we flip this resistance as support, and once we have done that, at the dollar went into the target was looking for to move it down, to lose, fake the dump, and reclaim back as support and move it up. This was just pretty insane, and now we are once again to this resistance, but these two levels are tapped, so these are not really valid ones, and we have targets a bit more accurate planted with, a bit higher targets planted with VIPs. But anyway, this was not what I wanted to check really here. I wanted to check this possible swing failure pattern here. Is this a swing failure pattern or not possible one? Yeah, we closed it below, so that's pretty cool. Now if we have to, if we start getting a lot more shorts here coming, this is good, because that will be a swing failure pattern. Okay, that's pretty nice. Anyway, just to continue with that, so now that results to a really good scalp short at the moment already. Pretty cool. So yeah, now I want to talk about this smaller wave here. Okay, I want to talk about the smaller wave inside the move to the upside here. For 5 ways here, I'm not going to lie, these are really terrible 5 ways. Why? Because normally, the one on the 1 hour chart here, we have done a move higher. We went higher clearly on the other side, as you can see here. This is more likely that we have done the wave 3 top here and not before. Okay, as we was looking for before, by the way. Sorry. What's happening? Okay. Anyway, so yeah, it's really because now on the 1 hour here we have done the high right here. Okay, so problem is, do we trust the 1 hour? We'll trust more the 1 hour, to be honest with you now, because we have more like Asians. But even by the way, normally on the 30 minutes here, or normally this one is a bit below, but the problem is, if you place it, for example, if you follow the RSI on the low time frame, such as, for example, if you place it here with a wave P, you place it here with a wave 3, it don't really match with the targets. So that's why and the problem is, when you place it like this with a wave 3, 4, and then a wave 5 like this, you will get the wave 4 breaks the wave 2 on the RSI. So normally that's why this is not valid anymore normally. Now I will accept that we have done this. We have to get acceptance, such as what we have with the context at the moment. We have to get acceptance with the possible wave that can go really higher than this. Okay, so here we have done in that case a 261 point on the wave 3. As you can see here, this is a 261 point level here. Okay, once we have done this, we just have to drag this extension tool on the bottom here. Okay, and now as you can see here, it don't match with the target. We already stopped it out because we have done a 123 at the moment. As you can see here, I'm maybe going to remove these targets here really quickly, but we have done a 123. This is not a target at all for the wave 5. That's why if we look for a higher target, we just have to look for this 161 point here. Okay, we just have to look for all of these. This will be the big zone where we have to look for a short. The level have been tapped already for this flat right there. Now be careful, we cannot normally go higher than the 161 point here of the wave 5, because after that it will break this 200% here for the 261 point of the wave 5 maximum target, and we cannot normally, for in this ABC flat here, we cannot touch this 200% here. So it's not possible normally to go higher than this green, than this square here, if we are in this ABC flat. Okay, but yeah, for now this is just pretty cool what we're doing. That's pretty nice. Yeah, 21% up already in this trade. This is pretty insane. Perfect. This is just perfect. It's just really insane. All right, cool, perfect. Anyway, so yeah, now we just have to clearly to wait and see what is going to happen. Okay, just have to wait and see. And wait, we just have to wait for the 5 ways to come here. Otherwise, we can just expect higher. That's the only thing we have to do. If we do not have 5 ways down leading here, leading as always, it's like I'm going to do it like this to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like a wedge to the upside. I'm going to make it like this. Right? It's like a wedge, a triangle to the upside like this. Of course, the wave 4 cannot break the wave 2. We'll have something like this. The wave 5 cannot be truncated for a leading. Okay, right here. That's a really ugly one. I really apologize for that, but and you understood me. It's like that's a really ugly one. It's like a triangle, to the upside, a wedge. Okay, so and we have 5 waves in the first wave, triple wave in the wave 2, 5 waves in the wave 3, triple wave in the wave 4, and 5 waves in the wave 5. Okay, we have that in the wave 1. Otherwise, we'll look for 5 waves impulsive, normal 5 waves like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inside this wave 1 here to the downside. Okay, so to speak, we'll have to get this. a wave 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, impulsive, okay. Or we can also look for a possible leading here if we are in this wave 1, okay, like this. Maybe not that big, you know, sometimes we can do some, oh, that's pretty ugly what I'm drawing to you, anyway, you understood me. It can be also a really smaller one, for example, just a wave 1, 2 like this, and not to go that down, okay. And once we have done this wave 1, 2, boom, we after that do a huge wave 3, 4, and 5 like this, okay. This is also a possibility. Now we are going to see which wave we do here. This was a planetary for short line for scalpers. This is already a really good short to take, okay. This kind of move, you can make money with this, or I already make money and I cannot lose my trade anymore. Now I took profit 50%, I set my stop loss on 3, so I refunded my fees, and moreover this, I'm making a bit of money in addition to that. So in any case, you can wreck me, if we can say wreck, because I will be stopped out on entry and I will not lose any money here. So this is still a winning trade, and this is how I'm trading this market, to really get some safe entries. This short came really because we have a plan, we was ready of this target, and as you can see, even for a trader at the moment, this is a good trade to take, because yeah, data are following, maybe not now by the way, a bit not anymore really, but anyway, this is a bit more classed as bearish as soon as we break the price high here, and we come back below and we start getting the market structure change, extra, we have more shorts coming in, more volume, more the negative data, extra, but anyway. So anyway, as always, if you enjoyed the content, for you to smash that like button, for you to subscribe to the channel. If you want to learn a bit more, by the way, yeah, this was the plan clearly when we have hit the first target. When I reminded VIPs, we are going to, we are approaching this target here. We did an exact touch into this first level here. We then come back down below into the target. The first target was looking for here. That was just right here. I'm just going to go on the daily time frame here to show you a bit how we have been able to trade that. We got a daily level here, okay, right there, this all daily level here. If you go on the low time frame, such as for example the 30 minutes, maybe even less by the way, here. What we have done exactly here with this range below here, as you can see on the screenshot, we lost the level, and I just did a video on how to trade these, to trade these levels. This is just pretty insane. This is a possibility we have seen some days ago, and I'm teaching to you. We lose a level, reclaim it to backtest it at support. We have missed this target sadly to look for a nice long. That was a bit below the low we have done here. Clearly that was just a bit below, but anyway, that is missed. But we still have the way to trade that. We lose a level, reclaim it, we backtested it at support. If you go on the low time frame, it's exactly what we did. As you can see here, we backtested that level as support. Once we have done that, so this is not really well respected because that we are on the Coinbase price. If you go on the Bybit price, it's a bit better, okay, but we have backtested that as support. I'm going to show that on the Bybit price, by the way. If you go here, you add the daily level here, you go on the 5 minutes, for example, here, and this have been just so well respected. As you can see here, we lose a level, reclaim it, backtest it at support, and once we have backtested that at support, we get acceptance if we have the demand coming in to push higher, and this is exactly what we did here. So that was a safe trade long to take, okay. So that's why this is just pretty insane how we are trading this. We have here a show on the top of the top here, and we recognize that was a possible long to take here well in advance. Of course, when it was already before the pump, we already recognized that was a long to take here. Targets are targets, and this is how we are trading this. So if you want to know how we are planning all of this clearly, you just have to go on the MOONCHARTS website to, you can, by the way, this is also free. You have the beginner school for free and the Elliott Wave part here on the website. Not all of the Elliott Waves course. You have the Elliott Wave course number 1, 2, part number 1 of the Elliott Wave course 3. Okay, all the course here is for paid users, so course subscribers or VIPs, of course, because yeah, I have to reward my work. because I spent hours and hours to create, for example, this PDF and all of this course here to remake this easy to understand and to make it really clear for you. We avoid really big sentences. It's not like a 1 hour video, a 2 hour video. No, I absolutely don't care. It's like maybe a 20, maybe more. By the way, sometimes 40 minutes. But because there are things to say, there are a lot of content to say, and because yeah, it's needed clearly. But I really avoid big sentence. You can see here we just go straight to the point. We really avoid big sentence. Sometimes, of course, there is a bit of text because I have to explain and develop a bit things. But otherwise, really, we avoid really long sentence. We have some really small sentence. Yeah. Anyway, if you want to check it out, you can absolutely. The PDF you cannot if you're a free member. But if you're upgrade, you will get for example VIPs, every single day I'm live with you and I'm recording more of this, a short version of the daily Excel charts update. That was a request from members, by the way. This VIP live stream, for example, what we was talking about this morning, 1 hour and 40 minutes with a lot of questions. I did some question and answer here, for example, if I find this screen with a lot of question and answers, and a short version of course of this update here, where we recognize we was possibly going to take the high. We do not have to be surprised to take the high here. Okay, you can see by the way the next target we are looking at anyway. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video. As always, if you, now as you can see, we just back tested that we did not got enough strength to continue, but anyway, now the trade is safe. You know, I don't know if I'm started out. No, not yet, by the way, because I really have an entry on the top of the top. But it is just pretty insane because yeah, now we have a bit of demand, so we can maybe more expect to take the high again or get absorption the high. I mean absorption, otherwise we can take the high or continue to push high because we have the demand to push higher now. Okay, so we'll see how it plays out. But anyway, from stop it out, this is still a winning trade, and I'm just going to see if I can re-enter or not here. Otherwise I'm just waiting for my next target to be hit. That's the only thing we have to do here. Okay, and if, only if, we have good data in the target, otherwise we do not take a trade. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. That was a nice scalp short to take already. Now are we going to take the high again, retake the high again, swing failure pattern, the swing failure pattern? I don't know, only time will tell us. So yeah, have a brilliant day. We're going to see if we can get these 5 ways to the downside. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this kind of content, if you want to get more videos like this. And yeah, take care of you, that's important, and see you in maybe the tomorrow one. Cheers.